Hi guys, welcome to day 11, my favorite number, and the packet should be officially done. Like I said yesterday, if you have not finished it yet, you basically have 2 more days to wrap it up because I know this was a big adjustment going home and doing work. So if you were struggling at the beginning to get on track, now you have 2 days to get on track. And then if you finish it by Friday, that means all next week is spring break and you don't have to do any schoolwork. And then this packet will be turned in on April 14th when you pick up your second packet. But today is day 11 and tomorrow's day 12. And so if you need extra things to do because you don't have things in your packet anymore to do, I'm sending you this list in an email today. I'm going to go through a few of the activities with you. So for math, you have like a drawing activity where you can draw like the floor plan of your home. You can find your favorite recipe, and you're going to talk about the ingredients and fractions, like you might need a half cup or a quarter teaspoon or things like that. You can use a tape measure and measure different lengths of things around your home. You might do a survey, or I know we love our surveys, of things around your house, and whoever's in your house, you can survey them. For writing, you can enter that persuasive writing competition that I told you about last week on Zoom. It's about sports, and so remember the winner gets $500, and the second place I think gets $250. I sent you that link, but I put the link in this too. And then you could create a comic strip or a graphic novel. You can write a made-up story, any genre you want. So it could be a narrative, it could be a mystery, anything you like. You can think about a topic that you're an expert on. It could be a sport, a recipe, it could be an activity you're really good at. It might just be an animal you're really interested in, and you could write an informational piece about that, a nonfiction piece. For reading, you can read your books aloud to a sibling or parent or a friend that might be with you. You can get on Epic and use our class code, get on there and read all kinds of books. You can build a really cool fort and read inside of it. You might find a dark place and use a flashlight to read. And you might read aloud if you have different characters in your book and use different accents if you're reading out loud. And you might read some magazines that you find around your house or some newspapers, or you can go online, Dogo News, any of those websites we've used before. In social studies, you can create an acrostic poem. An acrostic poem are the poems that go up and down. So if you use the word immigration, you'd have to use the word or the letter I to make a line across that way, something for M, and you could do something about like our immigration unit that we did. You could create a Venn diagram comparing America from the 1920s, the Roaring Twenties, and the 1930s, the Great Depression. There's a lot of things that are different between those time periods. So you could create a Venn diagram and compare and contrast them. You could create a newspaper advertisement that you might have seen during the Spanish-American War. You might design a wagon for people to use during westward expansion. If you can't remember westward expansion, think about the Oregon Trail. Think about those cool books you made that we hung up in our hallway. That time period when everybody started moving out west during the gold rush. In science, there's a lot of different activities. You might design a car of the future and what it would look like, what kind of features it would need to have. You could go outside and observe the sky every 2 hours from the same spot and think, how is it changing? Where is the sun located? What kind of clouds do you see? And how does that change every 2 hours? You could look around your yard. What kind of animals do you see? Do you see a pattern of animals moving about? For me, I look out this window all day and there are bees everywhere. And every once in a while they run into my window too, which is a little confusing. But I could go outside and observe where they're going and maybe what kind of plants they're attracted to or which bushes they like in my yard. And what else? You could do chromatography, where we looked at that online. We watched a video. That's when you use a coffee filter and different markers. And remember, when you put the water on it, it starts to bleed out. So you could do something like that too. So those are options for today and tomorrow. Also, tomorrow is Fun Friday, so we'll be getting on Zoom and getting to see each other again. On Zoom tomorrow, you're going to be taking a class vote. Whoever's on Zoom gets to vote for what our next read aloud is going to be. I do not have the one that we were reading together because that was Harper's book. So we have two options. This one is called Rules by Cynthia Lord, and this one is called Zach's Lie by Roland Smith. So I'm going to read the back of Rules to you first, okay? It says 12-year-old Catherine just wants a normal life, which is near impossible when you have a brother with autism and a family that revolves around his disability. She spent years trying to teach David the rules in order to head off David's embarrassing behaviors. But the summer Catherine meets Jason, a surprising, new sort of friend, and Christy, the potential next-door friend she's always wished for, it's her own shocking behavior that turns everything upside down and forces her to ask, what is normal? So this is called Rules. Now the other one is called Zach's Lie, and this is what the back says. Zach Granger's whole identity is a lie. His name, his hometown, even his eye color. Because Zach's father is in jail, and his family has been forced to join the witness security program. Zach has trouble getting used to his new life until he meets Sam, the strange custodian at his new school, and Caitlin, a girl who might make his whole uprooting worthwhile. But just as Zach begins to pull himself together, he faces danger again. And this time, his actions could determine the fate of everyone he cares about most. So this one sounds a little more suspenseful, and this one's definitely realistic fiction. So you get to vote tomorrow which one we're going to be doing for our read-alouds. We'll do read-alouds on YouTube and on Zoom. So let me know tomorrow when we meet. We're going to do it at noon. I will send out the Zoom link tomorrow morning in my morning email to you. I hope you have a great Thursday. It is Thankful Thursday, so please think about what you're thankful for. I know this has been a kind of difficult time for a lot of us, but we do have things to be thankful for. So think about that today. Maybe share it with your parents or a sibling, and we can talk about it tomorrow too on Zoom. So have a great day. Bye, guys.